I'm not wearing the hat.
There's one rule to you taking over this show, and this is it. You're going to have to wear it.
But...
Just put on the hat. Put on the hat. It's tradition. Finally.
I'm Chelsea from WhatCulture, and you're watching the Fast Count. So probably the biggest news story to come out this week from WWE was from Smackdown Live. So we saw Kevin Owens yet again come out, threaten to sue WWE. Obviously he's lost his Universal Championship and things in recent times, and he's in the middle of a massive feud with Sane. So he was in the middle of talking about that. Vince comes out, things get very, very heated, and all of a sudden there's this massive headbutt, and it's like, I mean, Vince is 72 years old. That headbutt was brutal. Obviously, last time Shane McMahon was involved in the Hell in a Cell match with WrestleMania 32 against Undertaker. I think we all know what happened there. It was tough to watch, but amazing at the same time. So it will be interesting to see how this match goes. Next up this week on Raw, we had Miz and Maurice obviously announced the amazing news that they're expecting their first child soon. There's no more details on that. However, when they were in the middle of announcing this amazing news in the ring, they were interrupted by Enzo. It looks like there might be a storyline forming between Enzo and Miz. Enzo obviously in his personal life and wrestling life recently has had a bit of bad press. So maybe this is what he needs. Maybe this is something he can actually sink his teeth into. I personally think those two will work really, really well together. And yeah, interesting to see how it turns out. While we're talking about The Miz, he is also currently just recently overtaken Honky Tonk Man and is now currently the third longest reign for the IC Championship of all time. In 84 days, he's also going to overtake Don Baracco, so we'll see if he can manage it. And finally, my probably favourite news of the week was that we had the final of the Mae Young Classic. In this, we've seen some amazing competitors. We've had 32 girls from all over the world compete. Some of them you might already know, some of you might have already seen in NXT, doing dark matches or things like that. Some of them will be brand new to WWE. And in the final, we had obviously Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. They put on an amazing match, and I just can't wait to see where they go. Kairi Sane also this week, it was announced on the NXT website that she will be competing very, very soon for the vacant title that Asuka's left behind. I think it's a good fit. I think her, Ember Moon, a few of the other girls, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, definitely Nikki Cross. I think it'll be really, really interesting, Ruby Riott, to see how that women's division progresses. It's the strongest it's been in years in my opinion, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Elsewhere this week in wrestling, we'll also see current NXT superstar Cassius Ohno compete for the ICW Heavyweight Championship against Joe Coffey here in Newcastle this Sunday. This is a match I don't think anybody saw coming. It will be very interesting to see. These men have faced each other before in Discovery Wrestling. They've faced each other twice already, so they're well aware of each other's styles, but there's a lot more at stake. It will be interesting to see who comes out on top for this. What is an NXT superstar? What does this mean? Will NXT superstars be appearing more often in ICW, or certainly any other indie companies in the UK, beyond? Time will tell. Time will tell. GFW this week have also announced that they'll be producing their own version of a global app network. So this will include such classic matches as ones with Kurt Angle, you've got AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, to name a few. There's not a whole lot of details on that just yet because it's just been announced, but as soon as we know, you will. Progress also announced this week at their massive show in Alexandra Palace in London. They will be running Wembley Stadium next year. So tickets are available now and it will be next September. There's not a whole lot of details yet of who's going to be on it, what we can expect to see, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I, for one, am very excited about this announcement. And finally, it's time for our Wrestler of the Week this week on Fast Count, and we're going to do things a little bit differently this week. So I've asked a special guest to join me. Jules, if you will.
Who am I? Who am I? I've only got one eye. Who am I? Who am I? I'm a pirate's life am I.
Oh, see, I know who you are, but...
I know.
Phil.
Hi.
Yes.
The Ryback.
Come on, man.
What? It is, right? Stone Cold.
Really?
All right, Christopher Daniels.
Bigger. It's Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane. I mean, who else is it going to be? Kairi Sane. She absolutely killed it in the finals of the Mae Young Classic. She is destined for huge things in WWE and beyond. She's got an amazing character, amazing personality. It's just going to be so interesting to see where she goes from here. Also, some notable mentions come from the Mae Young Classic also. So people like Toni Storm, Piper Niven, Shayna Baszler obviously put up an amazing fight in the finals and throughout. And it'll be interesting to see where she progresses too. Obviously, we've got a storyline forming between Ronda Rousey and Charlotte, it would appear. Don't yet quite know where that will go, if it's going to be one-on-one or perhaps a big multi-women's main event, hopefully. But it should be exciting to see where it all goes. I've been Chelsea and you've been watching The Fast Count here on WhatCulture. See you next time.